Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Guillaume, this is Thoman's Guitars and Basses, and I'm here today in lovely Gutenstetten, California with...
Nailed it.
Thank you. With Dr. Dan himself. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for swinging by.
To take us through everything new for Ibanez in 2026.
Yeah.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah.
For us now too. This is so 2026. What is this?
That is probably the head turner of this year's electric guitar lineup. It's called the Alpha series.
Just Alpha?
Just Alpha. Well, of course, we've got that, that code. It's actually, it's called the A528 and A527, but in that instance, let's just call it Alpha.
But that is remarkably short still. I feel like it's one of those that I'm going to be able to remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about these is that they are specifically designed as 7 and 8 strings for like very technical players, part players, and metal players that are looking for a super ergonomic guitar.
So no 6.
No six, unfortunately, at the moment.
Well, it's a statement,
It is. And the cool thing about this is that, as I said, everything has been designed with the player in mind to make it as comfy as possible. And, to deal with all the, problems and hindrances at some point for players, reaching certain frets and having certain playing position. So, long story short, we've got bevels and scoops everywhere.
Everything.
Forearm scoop here on the back. We've got the jack up here, so you can just roll it under the strap. We've got a super cool new neck joint bolt-on construction. So basically, they didn't take the all-access neck joint and instead went for something completely new in order to keep it slim and to also, keep the neck as open and accessible as possible. And apart from that, again, we've got a lightweight basswood body, so very consistent and very lightweight. We've got a parallel wizard neck. It's a 5-piece neck made of maple with an ebony fretboard and stainless steel frets. And what's so cool about this neck is that it has the same thickness throughout the whole course of the neck. So we have an asymmetrical profile, so which is pretty comfy, but it keeps the same thickness, so the playing feel is not different whether you play in the 1st or in the 12th or 15th fret. An
asymmetrical profile is thicker for the on the lower side of the fretboard and thinner over here, like the shoulder is a little...
It's like here the shoulder is a little bit softer and rounder. And here we've got a little bit more shoulder so that your thumb can rest very easily.
Okay.
Yeah, and apart from that, of course, we've got, it wouldn't be an Ibanez with not something special in terms of hardware. So they developed the Monorail G2 unit. These are like, as I said, monorail, so these are mono units for every single string. So you can set up the string and they don't interfere with each other. So if you can detune and, pick whatever tuning you want.
It's not going to affect the rest of the...
Not at all.
That's great.
And what's also a fancy little detail is that they went with the big rules for the top low strings
for the bass string players.
Yeah. So if you prefer super heavy strings, you can still pull that off. Again, of course, with Fishman Fluent ceramic pickups, it's active, and the switching is also interesting because we don't have a push-pull. We've got volume, we've got tone, we've got the freeway switch, and here you've got the voicing 1, which is the more aggressive modern voicing. Then you've got voicing 2, and in the middle we've got the split sounds, which is pretty comfy.
Yeah.
So it's made for the stage, it's made to be accessed pretty easily without having to dial in with too many knobs and switches.
You immediately know where you're at, and you don't have to fiddle with a push-pull or a push-push. No, nice, very nice.
Yeah, and then of course the headstock is also different.
Yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing. It's balanced. It's not.
Yes.
It's not half the length of the neck.
And again, I think it's part of the design idea to keep it as small as possible while still, making sure that the string alignment is pretty straight.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it would with a body that compact, it would have looked comical to have 8 in a line and just have that gigantic headstock on the other side. Like
an ice hockey stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and this is the color that's exclusive for the 8-string. It's called Coral Mirage. And of course, we've also got a blue color for the 7-string. It's called Nebula Shift. It's a very nice, like flip-flop kind of lacquer. You can tell
the way this one plays with the light is beautiful.
Yeah, and then of course, if you're a little bit more conservative as a prog player, if that's a combination that exists, we also got Iron Pewter for the 7 and the 8-string, which is a kind of flaky, gray, blackish you can pull off to play a wedding if you like to, but you can also go to a metal gig and a prog gig with that.
It looks so good. Moving on to the pointy guitars.
Yes.
The odd shapes.
The odd shapes, of course. This is an Ibanez original called the Xyphos.
Xyphos.
Or of course in Ibanez terms called the XPT 420DX.
Of course.
Deluxe, of course.
That's the name. That's why. But that's the name I was familiar with. Of course. Beautiful finish. Once more.
It's rose gold chameleon, so that's one of our best-selling finishes. And what's so cool about this one is actually the first Xyphos in the 400 range for a long time, which means it's rather affordable, so sub $1,000.
Oh wow!
But it comes
Doesn't
with,
look it.
Yeah, and it comes with all the bells and whistles. We've got a neck-through construction with Okuma wing body. It's a maple neck, maple walnut neck. We've got the H0 locking tremolo, quantum pickups, of course the reverse shark tooth inlays,
of course,
rosewood fretboard, and the reverse headstock. The world's a better place with more reverse headstocks.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool because it's new for this year, and as I said, it's one of the most affordable ones, but it doesn't feel like it. So it's rather lightweight.
Wow, yeah.
And despite its...
There's a lot of wood there.
There's a lot of wood there, yeah.
But the reverse headstock does so much for the shape as well. Like it's such a nice continuation of the angle.
So this has been one of the very first designs of Ibanez in the 70s, the Iceman. And a couple of years ago, we introduced the IC 420 collection. Again, Iceman in the 400 range, so it's much more affordable. This is the IC 420 MFM, and it brings a new finish to the table, and that finish is a sort of low gloss that keeps the top wood and also the neck very open pore.
Oh yeah, the grain is, you can feel the, that's
correct. So it feels much more like a super high-end guitar.
Felt a little sexual.
You can even, if you turn around also on the neck.
Oh yeah, wow.
You can tell that it's much more.
But I love that.
Yeah, it just feels much more natural. You know, it keeps your fingers on the frets and on the wood again, and especially with that nice flame maple top, it's a nice addition to the line. And again, that's the first time we have that kind of finish on the IC 420 models. Only on this model, also for now. Something new also for the regular IC420. So this is a blue gradation finish here. Other than that, it's got the same ingredients, as you said, with the Super 80 pickups, Tune-o-matic bridge and everything, the 2x2 pickup layout and a nice rosewood fretboard. Yeah, it's just overall a very nice guitar at a very decent price point. And again, if you're in the market for a guitar like that, I highly
But you
recommend.
don't mind polishing it a little more?
Yes.
That's the one.
You know, we got new Prestige models, and that's pretty cool in that instance because here we are taking a design idea that we had last year for the premium models.
Yes.
You know, with the block inlays and everything, and we bring it to the Prestige made in Japan level.
Made in Japan.
And what's so cool about these ones is that they have a ash body and a beautiful ash, of course, like ash finish. It's like a matte finish.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got the original low pro edge tremolo, Air Norton tone zone pickup. So it's the OG Ibanez recipe.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of a extra touch, you know, with the block inlays and that bound maple fretboard. So it's a pretty cool look. And in addition to that beautiful blue, dark blue finish, we of course also have a white one. And matte white is always a great color, a great finish, especially on stage. You know, it will play with the light and
that's killer.
No fingerprints.
Yes,
it's also
that's
really
also
nice.
the dream.
Yeah. So these are like RG 653. And it's pretty cool to have those available, especially with ash, because I think you know, most Prestige guitars, they either come with a basswood body or with a mahogany body. So we are now opening the tonal palette a little bit with those ash-bodied guitars. And other than that, it's like the original recipe of an Ibanez RG. So everything you would expect, a super thin wizard neck, super wizard neck. Again, the double locking tremolo for the full whammy bar action. Longer scale territory, we've got a couple new RGDs.
Oh, yeah.
And some people still might not know that, but RGDs is usually synonymous for a longer scale, because usually RGDs feature a 26.5-inch scale. So we've got 1 inch more, which makes it much more suitable for down tunings. So usually it also comes down tuned a little bit. And what's so cool about these, again, we've got a ash top with these models on a Okuma body. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the RGD 621. We've got a fixed bridge. That's the new Gibraltar bridge, you know, inspired by the likes of Jake Bowen from Periphery and others. That design. We've got the Fusion Edge pickups that usually are only available in the higher end, you know, Prestige models. And something that you will appreciate, we've got a open pore kind of super sexy neck. And what's so cool about this one is because, you know, more and more players gravitate towards slightly thicker necks. You know, they shy away, especially the younger ones. You know, they shy away from those super thin necks.
Yeah.
So we went with a much more meaty profile. You can tell, right?
Oh, that's home.
It is.
I like that. I like that very much. Chris is going to complain that it's still a little too thin, but I like it. I like it very much.
Yeah, and in addition, of course, we only, you know, we limit the colors to different models. So we've got the 7-string option as well, the RGD 721. This is the FM version, so we've got not just the ash top, but we also got a flame maple veneer on top of that. So we've got like 3 layers. You've got the flame maple, you've got the ash, and you've got the ukume. One of our top sellers in the RG line is the RG 400. You know, we've been talking about the 400 series. It's, for us, it's a very important line because we can offer a lot of guitar at a very competitive price point. And here we applied a finish that is has been available only on basses so far. So this is like you know, that kind of some sort of foil that's kind of moved. So every guitar is slightly different. And so this is the RG 470 DX. And it comes with quantum pickups, Jojoba fretboard, of course, with its shark tooth inlays. It's bound, so it looks like a real proper Ibanez. It plays like a real proper Ibanez, but it comes at a very, very competitive price point and with a super cool.
It's a really cool finish.
And another one in the 400 series, that's the RG 421 DX. And last year we had a finish called Tokyo Midnight. That was some sort of gradation finish that went from purple to black. And here we've got a shade finish as well. It's like midnight shade, so it's kind of dark blue and slightly, you know, turns into that black. It's very lightweight, comes with a fixed bridge, so it's really designed to be a no-frills X for the player. Beautiful maple neck, again bound with that reverse with the shark tooth inlays. We've got the quantum pickups, and if you just hold it for a second, it's super lightweight.
Oh wow, yeah, it is.
Yeah, so very comfy guitar you can rely on. And again, with that fixed bridge, it's an ideal instrument for beginners that want to play around with some sort of with different tunings and everything.
Yeah, or just can't be bothered to like work out I'm talking for myself.
And just to point out one more thing is the mono unit jack. So, so this has been something that started on the AZ Essentials. So it's super easy to just, if something should go wrong and it breaks, it's easy to replace it. And you omit to have, to fix the screw and, which usually happens right before the gig. And we've got something pretty cool for the 7-string players. This is the RGA 742EX.
It's such a cool finish.
Yeah, it's called the Black Aurora Burst Matte or BAM finish. Of course it is. It's not called purple or some purple shade, which it is. No, actually, this has been one of the most requested finishes because it's a top seller, but it wasn't available on a 7-string.
Yeah.
So here with the RGA 7, we've got the Quantum 7 pickups, again a fixed bridge, that super cool RGA shape.
Yeah, that beveled everything.
Correct, like periphery. The guy Jake Bowen, he loves that, and it's kind of his thing. We've got a beautiful maple neck, Meranti body, so it's rather lightweight. It's kind of mahogany substitute.
Oh wow, yeah.
Right for 7
for 7, it's very reasonable.
Cool. And and other than that, I think it's just a pretty cool guitar at a decent price point, and with this finish, you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
right?
no, it looks dope.
Another OG shape of Ibanez is the S, also called Saber back in the day. But there are other products available that were called similarly, but a lot of people still refer to it because it pretty much describes what this guitar is about.
The thinnest guitar in the universe.
Kinda, yeah. And also Nita's favorite, just to make a point here. What's so cool about the Saber's overall concept, just to kind of dig a little bit into that lore kind of thing, is that right in the middle, right here where the pickups sit, it almost has the same body thickness as an RG. But the magic happens on the outside.
The taper,
Correct, because it kind of gets dramatically slimmer towards the edges.
It looks like the OG MacBook Air.
It's
got like that wedge sort of thing going on, but it's kind of crazy. I really like it.
That's a genius comparison.
Yeah, hey, next unveiling, just pull one of those out of an envelope.
Yeah. There's one more thing.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, there's one more thing.
This is great though. It's beautiful.
I'm very happy to have the S finally back, because for quite a lot of time these have not been available as made in Japan models.
Yeah.
And now we've got a couple ones, and this is a pretty spectacular one. We called it our love at second sight one, because it's not, it doesn't share the fancy top words or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just an overall great guitar. It's got a ash body. Then we've got a Gibraltar bridge, Air Norton tone zone pickups. And again, it's the S, so you've got the recessed input jack, beautiful fretboard, the Prestige fret edge treatment. We've got a 5-piece neck, a rather thin neck, locking tuners, and if you just hold it, it's like it's nothing,
It's insane.
It's insane. So it's really like a sword or some sort of saber that kind of cuts through everything.
100%.
Yeah, this is the S6521 with the fixed bridge, and of course we've got offerings for the players that need a tremolo.
Yes.
So this is a 6570, and we've got two different variations here. This is slightly heavier because of all,
there's a lot of metal there,
and the springs in there. And of course, also here we've got the beloved HSH configuration with the true velvet and, the Air Norton and tone zone. Other than that, it's pretty similar except for the silky oak top. So we've got a beautiful... It's called Silky Oak.
Yeah.
I checked it out. I couldn't really find what the reason is that it turns that way. Sometimes
it's beautiful.
It's
funny how, depending on how it's hit, it's also like a rather flat finished up, and then you turn it a bit, and right now it looks so 3D.
Correct.
It looks like almost honeycomb sort of pattern from the top. It's amazing.
Yeah, and on that Silky Oak is on a mahogany body, so you can see all the beautiful grain of the mahogany. It's all natural, so you can actually check out that one piece.
That's beautiful.
And again, we've got that thin neck, and that's just something Nita would shred on.
Yeah, 100%.
You can play a lot of gigs, and we have a lot of fans of the S line, so we're very happy to be able to have a couple more guitars available, and adding one more color to it, and there's a pretty cool one again, more subtle.
It's the same, yeah.
That silky oak finish kind of shines through it, but it's not too much in your face.
No, definitely not.
So it doesn't scream dentist guitar.
Nope. Although it could be, if you're that kind of dentist. There's a guitar for every dentist. This is beautiful.
So S6570 now available again for this year, and you're looking forward to seeing how people like it.
She will be mine.
Eventually. We actually had that at as a sneak peek already at Guitar Summit.
Yeah.
So this is part of the Visions collection. That's super high-end custom shop level, and that's called the IV2RG. And this is, as I said, a hand-built RG. And part of the Vision series is to kind of figure out, how does Ibanez see itself as in terms of their vision? What's the vision for guitar? How they what do they want to create ultimately? Like, what's the quintessential Ibanez? And this is what they came up with.
This is it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because, of course, it's got those super nice, you can almost tell that it's a Japanese kind of custom shop because it's subtle, but it's still very striking.
Yeah.
And what's so cool about this one is it's an RGT, so it's actually a neck-through design. Mm-hmm. And it's got black Limba wings to it, yeah, of course. Yeah. And then we've got that beautiful burl maple top, So that's pretty nice. And this will be available in January as a very limited run of custom shop guitars. And with the Tree of Life and that beautiful ebony fretboard.
Yeah, it's everything.
And this is a very pretty one for this year. This is called the ASH 300 or ASH 300, as you would like to say. And this is a very classic take on the traditional AS recipe. It comes with a spruce top and a beautiful tobacco finish. With that wooden parts, the pickguard and the tailpiece and everything, wooden knobs. This is so cool. You even got that nice tortoise style kind of binding on the top and on the back. And it looks even more gorgeous on the back, right? It's flame maple back and sides, you can tell here. And that beautiful vintage kind of spruce top on top. Wow, yeah, this was one of the head turners when we saw that. It looks
100%. I'm pretty sure there's a wizard in the back that's just like changing cellos into guitars, and that's one of those it's wild. Like the brass nut, every single little appointment, like the way the frets are rounded over there. Yeah, as you said, the pickguard, everything about this is just so tastefully done. I am aging myself, and I would say that I'm leaning in that direction very much.
It's got a very long neck.
It's got that's good. That's good. It's for all the best reasons.
Correct. Yeah, this is the AS7328, and the 8 already indicates that it has something special to it. It's actually a baritone guitar. It's got a 28-inch scale. So basically, everything moves down one note. So you got the low B here. So almost like a 7-string, but you cut off the highest string there.
That's how you know that he's usually talking to metal players. Take a 7-string, remove the highest. No, but that's right. That's right. It's true.
That's how it's done. Yeah. And other than that, it looks like your Papa's jazz box, but it's not. And this is something Guillaume already had a chance to try it out. I'm looking forward to hearing what he comes up with in terms of sound design. But I really dig that you would expect something that's very traditional, very classic, but you can pull off all that fuzz gloriness that you would expect from a Queens of the Stones record or something, a Stone Age record or something. So that's pretty cool. We've got more traditionally looking guitars for the jazz players. So for instance, this one is a beautiful AG95, and it's called AG95MG. And what's so special about this one is that it has a mango top. And mango has been...
From the mango tree?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got mango sides and also a mango back.
It's one of those. I know there's a fruit. I didn't know there was a tree, but it makes sense. The fruit has to come from somewhere.
Other than that, of course, you've got the ebony fretboard, you've got the block inlays, the Super 58 pickups. Yeah. So it's a very vintagey guitar, but with a more modern look. And a little bit more classic is the AF155. It's a full hollow guitar.
Ooh, I see flat wound.
flat wound strings, of course. Like this is the true Jazz Mama.
Yeah.
Jazz Mama.
And of course, for this year, we've got that nice spruce top and flamey maple back and sides and maple neck as well. One more, and this has been a favorite of us as well. This is a beautiful AM model, the AM 153 FM with a flame maple top. And the AM series is actually designed to be a slightly slimmer semi-hollow variant to the All-Stars, you know, to the AS models.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is very comfy with those super bulky guitars in front of your belly. So this is a little bit more handleable.
It's
got
definitely more
nice contour, and you can easily manage to kind of, you know, get hold of that. Again, we've got the Super 58 pickups, we've got the Tune-o-matic bridge, that vintage kind of design, the ebony fretboard, block inlays and everything, and it's a pretty cool and very nice sounding guitar. And you know, it's a little bit, it's not a traditional jazz box, but it's more of a, you know, you don't necessarily just want the full thickness body and flat wounds and whatnot, but you want a little bit of that hollow feeling while still being able to rock and do all the other things. It's a super nice, middle of the road, classy looking instrument. Again, another Ibanez shape that they came up with back in the 70s when they kind of developed their own taste and their own style. And this is the Artist 625 or AR625, and that's part of a whole new offering of artist guitars that are up there. You can see for this year. So we've got the 600 series, 500, 400, 300 series. Some of them come as a thin line model. This comes as a solid body model, and it's pretty cool because it's another take on the classic LP formula.
Yeah.
Got a beautiful Okuma body, again with some sort of open pore finish, similarly to what we saw on the Iceman as well. So we've got that open pore kind of feel to it. And what's so cool is that you know, we have all this vintage Ibanez vibe. We've got the Super 80 pickups with the flying fingers engravings, and then of course we've got the Tree of Life going up all the neck, you know, the ebony neck, and even up to the headstock, which is pretty cool, the matte headstock. Yeah, and the 625 is like the top of the line model in the artist realm, but again, we've got a couple others, and there's something for everyone. I'm very happy to have these back and bang with a buck, especially with those low gloss finish.
No, it's I really dig the finish. I love the feel of it, and just like that shape. I don't know if you know Chili Toy. No? He's a French guitar player, just a phenomenal prog guy who's got like such an ear for very complex brass guitar arrangements, like halfway in between John Scofield and Meshuggah, kind of a thing.
All right,
and he plays one of those, like an older one, and every time I see him pull out that guitar, it's just like there's something about it that it's very nice to see it back and to see it in different variations and colors.
Yeah, and it's rather on the lightweight side, you know. It
is indeed
LP style guitar, but it's pretty comfy, and it's got the contours right where they need to be.
The
belly cut and everything. So
Geo,
yeah.
Not Guillaume.
New colors. Last year we introduced the Geo X120 SP series, and this year we have a couple new colors, and they are pretty cool because they are matte. So you got that like dusk matte finish. It's like we got like a blue purplish hue to it, and here we've got the metallic dust gray one. They're pretty cool, and these are like you know, they come with classic elite humbuckers, so already like branded Ibanez own pickups. We've got a vintage tremolo, poplar body, a Jatoba fretboard, and these are very interesting offerings for beginners that are looking for like a decent tone and very comfortable guitar. And in addition to that, we also have a very special one, which is very metal, to be honest.
Oh, reverse headstock, it has to be metal.
It is, yeah. So this is called, okay, let's get my act together. That's the GR221.
Of course.
So it's a GRG because it's a Geo, and we've got an additional R because of the reverse headstock. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got a couple interesting tweaks. So we've got...
Oh!
You can see?
Sorry, I just saw the...
There you go, yeah.
took me a hot minute, but okay, cool. Yeah, go through it and we'll see if they spot it.
Yeah, so this is a purple hot fretboard, and actually features reversed shark tooth inlays in black.
That is so cool.
It's almost impossible to see if there's no stage lighting. But that's a very subtle detail. And then it comes with Ibanez own IBZ 6 pickups. And what's so cool about this one is that it's got that art grain top, so it's actually a printed top.
Okay.
So, which looks super cool.
Yeah.
And it's very nicely contrasted with the Okuma body, because that is actually in a natural kind of hue to it. And these models, they come with roasted maple necks at a very decent price point, and the necks, they feel gorgeous. So you will appreciate that neck.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's a little bit more on the chunkier side. It's not a super wizard.
No, for sure, no.
Not at all, but of course we've got the mono unit jack, and that's like a super cool offering for beginners. So you get everything already in place that you need to rock, and you can take it even on stage.
And welcome to the dessert of this video, the little sweet note at the end,
Oh,
the acoustics.
Nicely put, very nicely put.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got a couple interesting offerings that are a little bit, different. This is the TCY, and for this year we've got the TCI 10PA. And what is so special about this one, they actually feature a basswood top that is printed with a poplar burl kind of printing. Okay. So this is actually printed on top of the wood.
Looks like pretty sick basswood.
Yeah. so what makes it so special, again, as I said, it's printed, so you don't have to use much ingredients that have much higher costs. That raw materials can add up to the price point. So other than that, we've got a Sapelli body back and sides. We've got electronics, Ibanez own electronics. Yeah, so you've got everything on board. You can already tune. It's gig ready, and that's actually one of the main purposes for these guitars. A lot of people they buy them, because obviously that will probably not produce a 5,000 euros acoustic tone. There are other guitars that do that. But this is ideal for the church gig, ideal for being on the stage, as a guitar. If you've got a set of 4 hours and you've got 2 songs where you got to play an acoustic, you want a neck that feels pretty much similar to your electric, And you want a guitar that is rather on the thinner side in terms of the depth.
Oh, definitely.
So it doesn't feedback, and that's pretty cool. And again, as I said, this is one of the top selling guitars, and for this year we've got that in a beautiful gray finish and also in that beautiful blue finish. And I like those art gray.
It's almost like moon landing sort of situation.
Kinda, yeah.
I like that very much.
And then adding to that, of course, we talked about stage-ready guitars. Let me grab one of the All-Stars. And we've been talking, when Guillaume came to our showroom, he was like, "What is that?"
I am still not convinced. I will let him talk through though, because it's an oddball.
It is.
What is it?
This is called the All-Star, and the concept of this guitar was to make the transition from the electric to the acoustic as seamless as possible. And of course, the guitar, an acoustic guitar is an acoustic guitar. You can vary in terms of body depth and everything. Yeah. But what really matters for the player in terms of the haptics is the neck. And what's so special about this one is that it has the same scale and also the same dimensions as a regular RG neck. So this is not just a fancy, detail that sits in line and it shares the Ibanez headstock. It actually has that very thin Ibanez neck. So, and this is something, I remember Paul Gilbert back in the day when he was big with Mr. Big. He was playing his own guitars, and they had a very similar approach. They were not necessarily supposed to be the high-end acoustic guitars. They were supposed to be the shreddy stage guitars. In this concept, I know Nita Strauss is also playing these live because it's so easy and the transition is so seamless. And this is a redesign. So the All-Star has been around for a while, but now they came up with that new nice, kind of offset guitar pick kind of sound hole. And again, we've got a cool finish. This is a flame maple printing. So again, we've got a basswood top. We've got Sapelli back and sides. And this is printed, so it gives it a nice look without, bringing the price tag too much up. And of course, we've got the Shark 2 inlays. We've got a rosewood fretboard. All right, let's grab one more. Whoop. Again, these are one of our top-selling guitars. These are the AWC, and these are the Neumanns that also come with a printing. This is a kind of
top,
quilted maple, again, on a basswood body. We've got sapelli back and sides, which is beautiful. What's interesting here, we went with a mat neck to make it very easy to play. And again, this is supposed, you can tell from the cutaway already, this is supposed to be played on stage. So this is a stage guitar. Of course, it produces a nice and warm sound, but there are little idiosyncrasies or little features here that you cannot see at first glance. For instance, here, instead of having those pins that you need to get out of the bridge in order to correct, this is a string through bridge, which allows for a super quick string change even on stage. So this is like, again, designed in, with the idea of having a gig-ready guitar, and the AWC 160 models, they basically offer a lot of that, stage readiness already at a very decent price point.
Very nice.
So again, Ibanez, coming up with something for the gigging musician.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool in our acoustic lineup to have something like that.
And thank you so very much for taking the time. I appreciate you inviting us here. Hope you guys enjoyed that run through. Please check out the link in the description. There's a lot more guitars that we haven't talked about today. So check them out. Subscribe, because you should. And it's awesome. We have fun. Look, Dan comes back. If he comes back, you should come back. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Sweet.
Bye.